So today I going to try and replicate this little clip here. Goes into the cup holder like so. That obviously connects to this part here. Now the most important thing that I've found with this here, with creating a alternative clip, and you can do this if you want to. This was my little kind of like demo thing that I made up until I got a proper clip, because when I got my van I didn't have any clips. There's 1/8 rivet, went straight in, a bit tight, but the important part is in here. If you was to put this thin part of that there into there, it's too loose, and no matter what you do, it's always going to fall out and come apart. Now that I've got my hands on a proper clip, I'm going to try and replicate it, make another one for myself. And like I said, the important part is in here. If this end here was a little bit thinner, was a little bit more thin, wouldn't have mattered, or the shaft here wouldn't have mattered. Would have mattered at the bottom here on the bend. It needs to be that same gap there. It needs to be that same thickness right there, and it needs to be pretty snug inside this little hole there. So hunting around, I was trying to find a arc welding rod, because I know I've got a few around somewhere, but I've got a lot of projects all kind of banked up at the moment, so I'm not really too sure where I've put them. But hunting around, I found there's some chrome plated pin which fits in snug as well. I've already been at it with a trying to bend it with a pair of pliers and a hammer, and it's quite hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try and heat it up with me little heat gun, and bring that as hot as possible. So 480 degrees is as hot as I can make this. Obviously I'm not going to hold this with my hand, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically heat up the angle. I'm going to put it into my small vise and just try and knock it in the shape if I can. My small vise is not of any heavy material, so I can't apply heat to the same area with the vise, because the vise itself is only alloy. But hopefully heating this up first, and we'll see where we go. Decided to give it a go with my vise. It's only, like I said, it's only a little tiny thing, but it's what I have. – 480 degrees hitting this, so hoping that it definitely don't have the right bench for this type of job. If you're persistent enough, yeah, it's already cooling down now. So If you're persistent enough, you can see what I'm targeting here, and I'll have to get the grinder to shave the ends to match this. And I'll just basically use your imagination. See what I'm getting at there. It's going to hang over a little bit. When I'm finished, I'll have to get the grinder to trim it down. And what I'll do is I'll just keep on progressing here now, and I'm trying to get these bent into the right shape, and make a couple, and I'll show you the end product. Okay, so a pair of pliers and a hammer and a toy vise wasn't doing it for me, so I've shot myself down to Bunnings, picked me up this 4-inch vise on special. Cool, it's a little swivel. I've got that properly, don't you? A little swivel vise. Again, just a toy, but it's a bigger toy. Now we're able to do some real work with it. I don't think that's probably going to be about the right. Oh, that's a little bit too long, but that's okay. We can go this way. If I could bolt this down here, make life a little easier too. So I'll get to that. I'll get to bolting this down and continue with making these brackets. Okay, so we've got me new clip, or what else would you call it? Got the old one here, it's still on the vise. So now you got two clips, the same. I had to give up on the chrome one because it snapped. So too bad, so sad. I was going to do some nails or something, but what I ended up picking was rivets. Now if I can find my box of rivets, I get some rivets. Can't see what size they are. I think they were 316. But yeah, the thickness of the material between the two pretty close. It's not steel, granted, but it's pretty close. Maybe half a mil difference. So I'm going to put this back together. So I'll just show you this quickly. This is one of my first ways of trying to replace it. My fail was too short. And that little bit too short was all it took for the drawer to keep on falling down. There just wasn't enough, I suppose not enough inside the hole here to stop it from coming the rest of the way out. So it's the whole measurement of this is important. I'm going to put this in. it goes that way. Now there's a reason why you got to put the clips in here first, is because you've got the room to move like that. First, it's got the padding inside there. Okay. You can force it the other way by sliding these bits here in first. So move the camera down a little bit, Move these bits in first and then force the other bits in, but you should really put the clips in first and then slide this back, clipper in place. Bob's your uncle. Look at that. Oh. Bob was my uncle. There we go. Ready to go. There you have it. I'll just show you there. See how it's important to go here. See how that doesn't go past, because these sliders here have got padding on the inside part of the where this slides into, the mount part there. This will slide straight in, and the foam and everything will be in the way. There's a couple of metal clips as well, so this has to be a clearance. If it sticks out a little bit, the drawer won't work. So you got the, see it, beautiful. So I'm actually making these clips for someone else, and thought I'd just make a little bit of a movie on it to show everybody else how it's done. How to fix them up yourself. And right after I finish talking, you're going to see a couple of photos of the little clip next to a measuring tape, so you can get the measurements. Okay, so that's pretty much it, I think. Yep. Till next time. Cheers, guys.